legislature. How proud I am to know him, how proud I am to represent an area that has such a cross-section of people of such great conscience. And so it is with that I say, Rich, I love you. Thank you for running. Thank you for running.
Thank you. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Steve. I deeply appreciate your friendship, your kind words, your being with me. There are a host of elected officials, and I'm actually not going to do that, but I want to thank all of them. I want to call out only one, and that is Assemblywoman Fiona Ma, and I know she's back there somewhere. Fiona, thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. All right. I also I want to thank Mike Adelot and Julie Brenner, who are my local campaign staff. We'll be working out of this line. I want to thank Alex Turk, Sasha Horwitz, and the entire crew from Ground Floor Public Affairs who are managing this campaign for me. Thank you. And I want to thank my husband. Without Denny's love, support, encouragement, and harassment, I couldn't do what I get to do. So thank you. My father grew up in a coal mining town in southwestern Pennsylvania. World War II came along and he signed up for the Navy. And he was shipping out to the Pacific and had a stopover in San Francisco. And there at a USO dance, he met my mother. Following the war, they were married. They had to make a decision about where would they settle. And they chose this peninsula. They chose it, and they chose California because they believed in the promise of California. They believed that this would be a great place to raise a family. They believed that this would be a place that would have good and productive jobs. They believed that this place would be one where the schools would allow children to grow and learn and become productive. And they believed that the promise also was here, that this was a place that would continue to respect its natural resources and its environment. That was the promise that my parents believed in. It was the promise of California. But today, that promise is broken. Our once golden state is tarnished. We spend far too much money on our prisons and not enough on our education. We have a government in Sacramento that is dysfunctional, that doesn't address the real issues that matter to Californians. We're a government that is not addressing concerns for jobs and job creation. We recently passed some bills on water, in the state legislature here. The governor signed them. But in spite of what I think was really just, excuse the pun, but a drop in the bucket, we still have no comprehensive water policy or plan for California. And as global warming reduces the Sierra snowpack, which has always been our reservoir, we have no mechanism, no means to capture the precipitation that falls as rain, to hold it and store it and transmit it and use it. We're not doing enough around conservation, recycling, and reuse. Without water, we are again a desert here in California, and the promise cannot be kept. We have to work on education, the economy, and our environment. But I believe that task number one in Sacramento has to be to change the way we govern. We need to eliminate the 2/3 requirement to pass the state budget. We need to reform the initiative process. We need to find a way to change the money that's involved in getting candidates elected to office. And we've got to find a way to move people out of their partisan bunkers so that folks can begin to work for what is the common good of California instead of the good of their particular interest and special place. I want to work in the beginning on those reforms. And I want to do that while we work on the other critical issues that matter to Californians. I've, as my friends have noted, spent my entire life in some form of community or public service. First as a minister in the United Methodist Church, then for over 25 years as executive director of a social agency, taking care of young people and our families. For the last 12 years, I've had the honor and privilege of serving on the Board of Supervisors in San Mateo County. I think that I have demonstrated here in this community that I'm someone who has integrity, someone who has political courage, someone who intelligently studies the issues and is prepared to make the difficult decisions. I want to take that is me to represent you in Sacramento. I want to go do your work, the work that needs to be done on behalf of the people of this Assembly District and the people of California. Now, there are 136 days before the election. And as if as Alex said, I will be working 7 days a week. I need your help. There are credible opponents in this race, good people. I believe that I can demonstrate, if I have the opportunity to meet and talk with folks, that I have a depth of experience that they do not have. And that experience will be helpful to move California forward. And so I need your help in getting out to meet as many people as possible. Half of the district is in San Mateo County, where I have worked and am well known. The other half is in Santa Clara, and I particularly need help there. I need help with house parties, with folks who will introduce me to people, take me to places,